Bug, D, and Shondeen. A show to be forever. A show that'll do whatever our viewers desires. It's Bug, D, and Shondeen. A show of perfection, an object of affection to quench our viewers' fire. Completely free from infection to be used at our viewers' discretion. Waiting only for your direction. It's Bug D and Shondeen. We are back. Another week of the Buck D and Shondeen show. What's up, Shondeen?
We're back.
You see us? We didn't even coordinate this.
We
Look
just
how,
know we vibe.
Yeah,
we
you
vibe.
see that? We got the red in the building. So I want to kick off the show of something that I noticed that everybody online's been talking about for a while. Doesn't have anything to do with the pandemic. Doesn't have anything to do with the usual stuff that we talk about.
Yeah.
It's been about relationships. Now, what I've noticed, have you noticed this? That a lot
Our
of people,
expertise.
This is something I have no idea about.
We know this subject.
I don't, but because I just want to know, I feel like people are lying about it.
Yeah.
Everybody, the new fad is everybody wants to be in a polyamorous relationship. What do you think about that?
I think it's been a fad behind the scenes for a while.
Well, explain to people what polyamorous is.
It's when somebody has multiple partners
Together.
Together.
So it's two people, and then they have their own little relationships, and they know about it, and it's all in the open.
It's a couple that invites other or it could be one person with multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, like a polygamy.
Like polygamy.
Yeah,
polygamy. And that's where it came
word,
from, polyamorous.
Right.
Poly means multiple, whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't understand this because in theory, as a man, it sounds good.
Right.
Like, the physical part sounds great.
Right.
Like multiple, the smorgasbord, it's a buffet.
Right.
But you got the mental thing that you have to deal with, and also you have to be able to take care of all of these people.
Right.
And so
that's the hard part.
Why do you think people are more on board with this now?
I'm thinking they're on board with the idea.
Yeah.
I really don't think
it sounds cool.
It sounds cool. When the rubber meets the road, it ain't gonna happen, and I can promise you that. Because there's emotions involved, there's jealousy involved.
Yeah.
And then one thing that I want to really, really stress is a man cannot, for me, I've seen this before, all men want this, and they mostly do. They think it sounds great.
What's that?
But they can't afford to have that
There
many
you
wives.
go.
That I can promise you.
Well, first of all, you said the rubber meets the road. If I'm polyamorous, ain't no rubber in nothing. I'm going to tell you that right now.
know you were gonna
Ain't
say
no
it?
rubber in nothing. Well, I'll tell you what. So I was thinking about this when I was in Puerto Rico. I was in Puerto Rico, and I went to this restaurant, and I'm going to show you what they had on the door. So I had to give a PSA.
Oh, yeah.
Check this
now
out,
that
you guys.
we're talking about this. Let's see it.
All right, fellas, I'm protected. I just want to give y'all the tutorial on what you need to focus on when we're looking at Miss Flower waffles, right? We don't care about the southern region. Everything is up north. Basically where Santa lives. It's up here, right there, in that perpendicular angle. That's where you want to be, fellas. Right there. Hey, and that was just some information I wanted to give out for anybody who's thinking about being in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah, and if you already don't know that, unfriend me.
Hey, there's a lot of, from what I'm hearing from the ladies, there's a lot of fellas who don't know that.
Oh my God.
Am I lying? Have you ever dealt with somebody who don't know?
No.
Shondeen says she gives a tutorial before you. No, but I don't okay, here's my thing. Polyamorous, like, that's too many attitudes, too many different styles of people. There's too much.
So
I can barely, okay, as a man, it's already kind of hard dealing and getting to know one woman to the inner depths of everything.
Right.
Think about doing that with multiple women, and then you have to deal with that on the daily.
Yeah.
Attitudes, like you said, jealousy,
Jealousy,
everybody
emotions
can't go
there.
out
It's
at the
weird.
same time. Somebody's got to stay home.
Well, back in the day, that kind of thing was normal, and it was not normal, but it's kind of way back in the day.
Well,
where
you're saying
men
it
had
wasn't frowned upon.
Yeah, but that's when women were being sold like cattle. I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah,
like.
yeah.
But
I see what you mean, like arranged.
different tribes,
Yeah.
because it's kind of powerful to have. The women would tend to the field, and
And
one
the kids,
would,
and
then,
yeah.
so you need multiple wives for
Yeah.
the operating the household, and we don't have that big of a household anymore where you need
Yeah.
multiple wives anymore.
So what do you think? How do you think this circled back around? How did people in today's time, because I see it on social media everywhere, and I see it from people that I never thought would be cool with this. They're like, you know what? And they're like, you know what? I think I should be poly, because that's what they call it, poly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, these are from the same people that I see that men ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it goes from, and I'm not bashing women.
Yeah.
But from what I see, it goes from, okay, I'm not going to deal with a man. I've dealt with a woman, but I don't like that. But I'm going to go poly. Like, do you think it's a confusion thing? Or is it being greedy? I don't know. I couldn't do, like, it sounds like the younger me in my 20s, 20-year-old buck, what? Poly, poly it up. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
But now, as a 42-year-old man, that sounds exhausting.
It is.
I couldn't. Oh man, I ain't know. Oh.
Well, you know what? I really have seen, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
When I hang out with the BDSM community 10 years ago, here's what
Mm-hmm.
I found on my own. My own. Here's what and this is going to be shocking.
What's that?
It's a certain kind of person. Okay.
Yeah. It has to be.
And what I found personally is it's always an individual. It's a couple
Right.
that doesn't know how to end the relationship properly.
Really?
That's
So you think
personally
they
what I've seen.
prolong it by bringing other
They said, well,
people's
we need
in?
to save the relationship. Let's bring someone else
So
in.
to like spice it up.
Right. That's how I've seen it multiple times within that community,
Right.
and it's the most pathetic thing that I've
Well-
ever seen, because
well,
they don't say, "Hey, I don't like you anymore.
I'm not gonna-
I'm gonna move forward."
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying
right.
I don't think I could be built for it at the age that I am now. But it's not just younger people doing it. That, like, it's really people our age and older that are making a conscious effort and saying we want to be poly, and they act like they the happiest people on earth. So you know what we should do?
We should,
because we know a lot of people.
Yeah, we do.
We should throw out that
sure
bat
do.
signal,
Yeah.
the Buck D and Shondeen Show bat signal,
Are you
and
poly?
get us a polyamorous couple or whatever the group, gang, whatever they call, and bring them on here, because I have too many questions.
At the same time, we should do the sex dolls thing again too. Remember, we were supposed to bring in your friend.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
yeah. Oh, we got. You know, we're not gonna get too graphic, but we got to bring this stuff that happens in real life.
Yeah,
to
Buck
TV.
we had a plan going on with a sex dolls pimping service.
Yes,
remember
we
Buck?
did.
That was
we,
your
we
idea.
was gonna make some money
It was
during this
genius.
pandemic. We was gonna make some money. So let's do this, man. We're gonna take a break. We'll come back with this week's guest on the Buck D and Shondeen Show.
Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see it shine, cause we're golden.
Bandit Lords is the name, we want the fame. You think we fell off, son, you a lame. We here now. Sack and Master about to drop lessons. Midnight Mass is in session. We here now. Bandit Lords is the name, we want the fame. You think we fell off, son, you a lame. We here now. Sack and Master about to drop lessons. Midnight Mass is in session. We here now.
Hey, we are back, and as you can see this week, we have another guest with us, Tony McCoy. How you doing, Tone?
What up, Bud?
Man.
What's going on? What's
Hey,
going on?
this man right here is amazing, just not because of what he does with adults, but I really wanted him on here for what he does for the children. And I know, okay, look, I'm gonna go and say this. So we're gonna separate that first segment from this one because it's kind of crazy. We go from poly to kids, but hey, this is what we do. So Tony,
we know how to clean it up.
Tony is the man. I sing your praises to anyone who wants to not just get in shape, stay in shape. When it comes to adults, it's not just men, it's women. children. And today I wanted to bring you on to talk more about the kids, just because I know during the pandemic, one of the biggest things as parents was having the kids active, and also the kids that were in athletics who wasn't able to do anything for that whole entire time.
I know.
So how did that affect you in per se?
I'll say when the shutdown first happened, that 2 weeks, it was like, damn, like, what are we gonna do? Like,
Right.
But then when it was like, well, we can't be in gyms, it worked in our favor.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna tap in outside. More than anything, with the virus and everything, being outside it was needed. And
Right, it was ideal.
You can't have kids sheltered for
Right.
that long, and then you take everything away. So me, Brandon Smith, Jaime Ramirez, and Micah, we just came together and was like, hey, we're gonna hit east side of the city.
Right.
From the west side to the east side, from the east side to Los Lunas.
Yeah.
To Santa Fe.
Right.
So we just came together and was like, hey, we're gonna trap outside the entire time.
You guys work, man. And I was telling Shondeen, it's like I said, it's been needed, especially because we just recently got the mandate from the governor to allow the kids to go back and to do athletics and things like that within the schools. So they needed someone like you guys to have them ready for when they had the green light to go ahead and go. I want to talk about your company, FTBL. Go ahead and tell everybody what that stands for.
So FTBL stands for Foundation to Being Legendary.
Wow, okay.
Brandon Smith came up with the name. All of us who do training, we all play football. We also did multiple sports, but the main thing, we all play football. And being in New Mexico, being from here, we understand how hard it is to get recruited, how we're overlooked.
Right.
And we got talent here.
Right.
Like there's
So that's what you guys are mainly doing. You want to prepare these kids to get to the next level, so they can get, when they do have the eyeballs on them, that okay, you guys are there.
Yeah, we ready, and it's just not with the football training. We go in, we do it all.
Right.
Mentoring, recruiting, and that was another thing that hit. You got no season. Kids need film to get recruited.
Right.
So without no film, it's hard for a coach to be like, oh man, I like that. So we were able to train the kids, record, put some little stuff together. I'm like, hey, y'all can post this, post this, just so they can see something of you working, and it might help. So we were able to just change how we train to becoming just football guys, because we've always been about the kids, but it really allowed us to expand and be mentors and recruit it and reach out to the coaches in New Mexico as well to be like, hey, how can we help you guys?
Right.
What can we do to help, make sure the kids are staying active?
Because basically the coaches' hands were tied during all of this. They couldn't do it.
Do nothing.
Like there was no hands-on situations. They couldn't congregate. Hey, let's meet here. Let's do this. They couldn't do any of that.
Nothing. And it goes from high school to youth.
Right.
Nobody could do nothing. So it allowed us to kind of just jump in and be that support system that everybody needed, and the mental part of it.
Right.
Like I feel like that's something that wasn't talked about through all of this.
Like how the kids would deal with not having sports, none of that.
Not seeing your friends and interacting. So we took on that challenge and we roll with it.
Right. Well, we got some footage of what you guys do. Let's go ahead and roll that, fellas. I want them to see this. And like we said, it's not just little boys. Like you have her right here, soccer. Like you guys do everything. She's an 8th grader?
8th grade.
Wow. You guys help them with the coordination, the boys here. What is this called right here? What
so
is
that
this?
is a Hiko stick, and it helps with your hand-eye coordination. And this one right now, the boys are standing on a Bosu ball as well to help with balance. So they're getting their balance, they're getting coordination. Bam, you throw the stick and you got to grab the blue stick. So they're listening and seeing and trying not to fall off the Bosu ball. So it's hitting everything.
Shondeen, could you do that?
No, I was. That thing's gonna hit me in the face.
They make it look so easy, huh?
They make it look easy. You know what? What's weird is my eyesight got really messed up because during the quarantine, I did nothing but stand in front of the computer all day.
Oh, yeah.
And this is all I did. Are you noticing kids with eyesight? I had to go to the doctor for it, and so many other people I noticed with these LED lights.
Yes.
It's my eyesight feels like it's toothpaste at night. It burns me. What is? Have you get these with the kids?
I get it with the kids.
See? Something's up.
My son is 12.
That's called cataracts. You old. That's all that is. We ain't gonna put that on the kids.
But when you're staring at a computer all day, the lights from a computer is bright.
Right.
And for those who wear glasses, you can get, I believe it's called like a blue light lens.
Yeah.
And it'll help clear up that brightness. But we tell the parents, hey, look, set up a schedule. Let your kid, boom, 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 boom. This time, 15, 20-minute break, that's what they need.
Right.
That way their eyes aren't glued,
Right,
parents,
right.
we all,
It's my phone too.
I don't want you on the game, and and then they're sitting on the computer for 5 to 6 hours, and it's like, well, and then everything shut down, so then it's like, well, go play your game.
Go play your game. Get out of my face.
Exactly.
Yeah, get out of my face.
Yeah.
So that's where we come in like, no.
They need that. Yeah.
Well,
it's gotta
see, the big thing that, people our age, we say, oh, these kids, they don't go out and do anything physical. They don't, they want to stay in the house, play the games, they want to be on laptops, be on electronics. So, what you guys do at FTBL, you not only, from what I've seen, because, I'm your friend anyway, because I followed Tony, I've done some of his work, all of his work, to see what you guys do with these kids. Does it not just help, like you said, I want to focus on the mental part of it, because does it gain them confidence, like being around other kids, like you said?
So the mental part, man, we get kids who come in with low self-esteem, low confidence.
Yeah.
And this is even before the pandemic happened. So with us, we build confidence.
There we go.
We're gonna give that kid that swag that he needs on and off the field. So we've got plenty of kids that we've had that come in with no confidence, and after a few months or a year,
Whole different kid.
I got plenty of kids now who, like, their mom's like, his confidence is this, or he's better in school now. He helps around the house.
Right.
So
right.
we're getting into just, hey, you got to be a great brother.
Right.
Help your mom. Move
Instill
around.
like discipline in them and things like that.
Discipline, respect.
Right.
Like, you fail. Hey, you might come to training, but you're not doing what everybody else doing.
Oh yeah, you got to
get these laps.
Right.
Right. So
it's teaching them accountability, stuff like that.
You got to be accountable and respectful.
That's
because
what's up.
Without that, once you hit these streets, there's rules.
There you go.
There's rules.
So let's do this. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, let's talk more with Tony McCoy, FTBL, back on the Buck D and Shondeen Show.
Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden.
Just wishing she was up here. Yeah, I crank everything that your boy bitches. She tryna hit their own run. Ready, set, go. She tryna hit their own run. Ready, set, go. Tryna hit their own run. Ready, set, go. We tryna hit that. Yeah, we tryna hit that. Whenever she step to the plate, I'm like, hey, batter, batter. Swing, batter, batter. My number one draft pick is batter, batter. Ass is fatter, fatter.
You're 30?
We are back on the Buck D and Shondeen Show, and we do have Tony McCoy still here talking about FTBL and the children in the Albuquerque area when it comes to athletics and everything else. I want to get into what has been some, I want to say, like, stumbling blocks that you've come across when it comes to dealing with the children during the pandemic.
Usually it's just out of shape. Teaching them how to breathe.
Right.
Getting them to engage with other kids, because some of them have been just in the house. So that
isolated.
interaction with another kid is important. some of them come out, they kind of have attitudes. So, you know, you'll run into it, and you just got to pull them to the side and talk to them. Sometimes, you know, we get into the thing where, you know, we do have dads who kind of want to, hey, you gotta go harder, and then,
Well, and that's another thing I wanted to get into.
It's an ego thing.
Do you prefer training the children with yourselves, or do you encourage the parents to be there and be a part of it, or witness it, or how do you prefer to work with the children?
I love working with the kids when like the parent is there, but the parent is doing something else.
Right.
It's not necessarily right there watching what we're doing.
Right.
But I mean, if a parent's there watching and, you know, they got some feedback for their kid, hey, save it.
Right.
But usually what happens is, you know, that kid, once they get a little water break, they're like, hey, well, Coach Tony said this and that. And they're like, oh, psh. Like, okay, my bad.
Yeah. Let you do your work.
Yeah, so it's not an issue.
Okay,
they be out there, and I get it. You know, you want your kid to run hard.
Yeah.
But you know, when we're teaching, it's teaching. They're not going to come out here and be able to go through no ladder full speed.
Right.
They're not going to be able to do all the drills full speed. So we got to walk through. We got to jog. It's repetition. And that's just with me and Micah. We focus on the age group 6 to 11.
Right.
So it's teaching. It's the
Right.
fundamentals. And then we got our middle school kids, the development part of it, which is a little bit more in depth of training. And then Brandon and Jaime, you know, they're high school.
Them boys ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell you right now.
High school, college
athletes, straight athletes.
So you know, this is little part of what we do.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, we can get the whole gang.
Yeah.
And you know, we all chop it up, and you know, we can all just bounce off and just tell you what we do.
So it's like you guys have certain segments where you can pass the children off to the next group, and it's more advanced.
So each one, it's like a graduation, and you know, kids, you know, our middle school kids right now, which is probably the toughest age because it's so many of them, but they're puberty and they're so they've missed a lot.
Yeah.
So that's the toughest group, and with them,
getting used to their bodies now.
Yeah. So, you know, once they pass me and Micah, some of them will stay with us, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But they know at the end of that road, Brandon's waiting.
He's got another adventure.
Yeah.
You got another adventure, you know, and we all train different.
Yeah, that's good.
Whereas Brandon's more, hey,
yeah.
I got to get you ready for high school. I got to get you ready for college.
No games.
Like, we got to tap all the way in. So it's fun to see the kids go from me and Micah to Jaime to Brandon.
Yeah.
And then we go. It's just a cycle.
Right.
That's cool.
Can we bring up? I want to bring up the flyer with the information in it, just to go into detail what you guys actually do.
Yeah.
So you know, you have the youth training from ages 6 to 11, development training from age 12 to 14. Then you have the high school ages 15 through 18. You do strength and conditioning, speed mechanics, form technique, footwork, agility, position training, injury prevention, combine and camp preparation, indoor and outdoor training. You guys cover everything.
We cover everything.
Everything.
Yeah, we really do. And even on that, because of how it is, you know, we even cover nutrition. We cover supplements that they need. We like to say we're one-stop shop.
Okay. So so you know, it's
I
probably.
I want to know the prices.
I was just gonna go there because I was gonna say there's probably parents like, yeah, that sound good.
Yeah.
But I ain't getting my stimulus, or I didn't already spent my stimulus. How much does this cost me?
Yeah.
So I'll go from me. If you're coming to me and you got a kid who's 6 to 11, it's gonna be $120 a month, 3 sessions a week. That gives you about 12 sessions.
And how long are the sessions?
Sessions range from 45 to 90 minutes, just depending on what we're working on, where the kid is,
Those are great prices.
Yeah.
It just depends on how advanced the kid is
Right.
and what I can really do.
Right.
You know, with kids, you know, that's 6 to 9, and I'm only probably gonna get 45 minutes. I'm
Right.
probably really gonna get 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'll push it to that 15. Just attention span.
Yeah.
You know, after a while, I'm checked out on you.
And Shondeen, I've seen some of the kids. I've seen kids where, you know, when I was working out with you, that were coming in with their mom at a little age. Now they're in high school, and I'm like, where did this come from? Like,
Yeah.
not only do they grow, then you see that they have the fundamentals. You know what I mean? They have the mental, the capacity, and then they have that competitiveness and that drive. And that's another thing that you guys do that I love. Like, they'll make you want to do it because let's be real, exercising, getting in shape, drink, all the stuff that we named off, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun, but you guys make it fun though.
Yeah, if it ain't fun, you shouldn't be doing it. If you can't interact with a kid and make a kid laugh, or that kid, can't tell you something that he normally wouldn't tell somebody else, like a mom or a pop, and
building trust.
Yeah, it's a trust thing. If that kid don't trust and respect you, you're not gonna get nothing out of them. So we have fun.
So what I want to ask you is, what do you tell the parent who feels like, in order for my child to succeed in athletics, I have to move to Texas, I have to move to a different state?
Oh, I know.
What do you tell that parent?
I'm honest. You move to Texas, your son not gonna play.
Why is that?
The competition level is different, and if you have a problem with how the way that somebody's talking to your kid, throwing Friday night tykes, and you're gonna get a taste of Texas.
Yeah.
But honestly, truth be told, we've been doing this. This is year 7.
Right.
For
Not
me
new
and
to it.
Brandon.
You're
We're
not
not
new
new
to
to
it.
this.
Right.
But me and Brandon are both from here. So is Jaime, Micah's from Texas. But we know if you put in the work, you're gonna get that look that you want. But you got to put in the work, and you might have to go to a few camps. But you got guys like us, and we're changing the culture here in New Mexico.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
we got things coming. We ain't announcing nothing, but we got some things coming where we're gonna let these kids showcase their talent.
Right.
Like, hopefully y'all bring me back. And
We're gonna have you back.
We're gonna have the fellas here, and
Yeah.
we can get into some of our older guys that we have who are going elsewhere.
Yeah, and see, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or who do play
Because
in
I want to
college
see,
right now.
I want to see, because I've seen the success stories on the Instagram, as you guys can see. The IG is TON3_McCoy. You could go there and see the development. You guys got some major athletes that you work with.
We got some, and we're humble. That's what keeps us, because we don't even talk about some of the pro guys that we've had or that we have trained.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's about the kids.
Right. So I got something that I want to show you guys. There's this one kid from here. Let me show you the work the FTBL did. Look, he started. Look how he started. Look how he started, y'all. Look at all the humps. He didn't ate all. Look, his belly looked like it's full of a whole team of football helmets. Now look what Tony them did to him. Check him out. Bam, boy. B2K body ready. You see that, man? That's not even baby oil. That's sweat.
It's not even me.
Got the V-neck down low with the six-pack on top of the six-pack.
I can't believe those before.
No, but you guys, I personally vouch for you guys. Like the first time I did a weight loss challenge with Tony, I lost 36, 38 pounds.
38 pounds.
Yeah.
Then for Hawaii, double back
Hawaii,
up.
yeah.
Y'all saw the results on that.
Yep.
And I was telling him we're going to St. Thomas. The weather's warming back up.
That's right.
I'm going back to him. Like this guy.
And he's gonna do the mega challenge.
His whole
You're gonna do the
team.
weight loss challenge.
We're going to do it.
His whole team, they don't play. Like you'll get a different personality, but they all do work, and that you will see the results. No game. I don't stamp my name on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But this I know that works, and it's not just for boys or men. It's also for girls and women. So you guys, any parents out there, you have the information. Hit up Tony. Hit up his team, FTBL. They will get your kids in shape, and also will help them with any type of like you said, any type of loneliness, things that's lingering from the pandemic.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna chop it up and have fun. We're about the kids.
That's what's
That's
up.
cool.
Hey, guess who else about the kids? The Buck D and Shondeen show.
We wanna
See
have
y'all
some
next
kids.
week. Y'all be out.
Yeah.